All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream here. My name is Michael Chu. Today is Wednesday, July 15, 2026 at 9:05 a.m. Mountain Time, past 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We have Nasdaq in the green at this moment, 0.2%. Dow is up 0.3, S&P is up 0.1, so they're just all slightly higher. Nasdaq volume and NYSE volume it's near flat, but it was down a lot earlier, so it has increased the volume. So that is interesting because I think this morning I saw it was down 0.8% on both, but now it both near 0%, which is interesting. So volume has increased. There is some selling. If I show you in the at least on Nasdaq, yeah, you can see the intraday chart is going down since the open. So let's go to Nasdaq right now. Here we are. It looks very good this morning. We have a nice gap up, and you can see we hit uh, a slightly higher high than last July 10, last week, 26,175. This morning was 26,261. So everything looks good, but then it started to pull back again. So this market continues to be very tough in terms of trading, and yeah, it is pulling back again here. We are at the bottom of the day's range, um, but we are still above the 10 and 21 day at this moment. So that is the good news, is that is we are finding resistance, but we are finding resistance at a higher high, right? So the market continues to be choppy, um, and yeah, so that's what's happening there. We'll look at SMH right now just because it was up this morning like slightly, and then now you can see we trading down at the low. We are below the red line, so the chips continue their sell off. So that's like in SNDK. Let's look at that SanDisk. This is a pretty big drop, and this early on, that's pretty crazy too, 12%. So lots of selling in the chips area. Let's look at Micron. Yeah, this one also just break the red line. So the red line is where most institutions trade. Usually try to find support there, but if they don't find support, that usually means a much possible bigger drop going forward, just because that is the line where institutions support it and they will buy it, right, to support it. But if they break that line, especially after a couple of days they don't come back up, usually then the selling continues, but there's no more buyers, so then the stock can drop a lot more. So anyhow, just yeah, beware, the chips are really selling off. um Let me look at Nvidia, because yesterday it had a good day. Here we are. Very nice day yesterday. Bounced back. So it tests the 1021 day multiple times. It tests the red line multiple times in the last few days. Today, once again, we make new high this morning, which is good news. But we found resistance very quickly, and now we're trading near the red line. So now, again, this one looks also better than most stocks because it is now above the red line, and so that is good news, and also above 1021 day. So that's a stock that definitely on my watches right now. But yeah, it looks good this morning, but again, it is pulling back. So not all chip stock are looking the worst, but a lot of them are looking pretty not good right now. Let me look at some of the leaders recently. MXL. This one is now again came back. This one has been trying to hold on very tight in terms of near the 1021 day and short-term moving average and the red line, but it hasn't really break apart yet. If it broke apart, then that would be pretty bad, but it hasn't done that yet. So there's still signs of small life there. A lab has come down to the 50-day as well. So that is also don't look good. Again, this line is going to be very important going forward. So anyhow, those are some of the stocks. Let's see, Marvel. This one has already broken. See, once it breaks, it's like hard to find a bottom because you don't know where the next support level is. Because the reason it breaks the red line at the first place is the institution stopped supporting it. So anyhow, so that's that. Let me look at software today. Software also been very volatile lately. But yesterday we did find support in the morning, bounced back to the top, making new higher than the previous day, and then today we very similar where we come up pretty strong, but we have been pulling back since, right? But we're still above the 1021 day and even the 50 day, which are all converging right now. We do have the black line here at the top that is kind of resistance because you see two times now it couldn't touch that line, even just even touching it, it couldn't. So there's clear resistance there. So yeah, so we might continue to see choppiness until we possibly could break out of that black line there. Anyhow, let's go back to S&P here. This one also pulled back from the day's high. You can see right there it's trading at the bottom's range, but it's still way above the green line. So that is the good news for S&P 500. Let's go to Dow. Dow is also bouncing back from this yesterday's low. So today's one looks actually better today. So because Dow has been underwhelming, you can see the RS line has been dropping, right? Like a lower low here. But today's action is actually pretty good compared to S&P and Nasdaq. Look at Russell here. Sure, this is up to date. Let me see. IWM. Yeah, so this one also doing not bad, up 0.7%. Trading very tight the last few days near the pink line here, 21-day moving average. So today it's up slightly, but it's still pretty good, right, compared to S&P and Nasdaq. So overall, we have Dow and IWM Russell here doing not too bad, acting pretty well, at least this morning so far. And then we'll see if they will continue that momentum throughout the day. And part of the reason IWM is doing well is because the regional banks are doing well. Let's see, KRE here. So here you go, making new high recently, right, in the last week. If we look at the bigger banks, then the KBE also near new high, you see. So both of them are doing really well. And so no surprise, today's stocks on the move, we're seeing lots of banks. Let me just bring it up here. We have Tiffin, we have XYZ Block, we have VCTR, we have Morgan Stanley, which reported, we have Bank of New York Mellon, STT, State Street, SEIC, Anwar. You see, all those stocks are financials. Then we have IMOS in the chip area, VRT, another financial, FFBC, another financial. We have GE, we have PGC, another financial, Zizo in the financial space, Bank of America in the financial space. We have Dave, TSCM, FA and KB in the financial space and IESC. So lots of stocks in the financial space. And just to show you which one are making new high, we have BAC making new high, Bank of New York making new high. We have NMA, FFBC making new high this morning, IVZ making new high. When I say new high, it's like new high compared to yesterday's high. So it could be a completely new high or it could be just a recent high. Morgan Stanley new high here. NTRS, SEIC new highs. Zizo is coming back strong. STT new high. WIXCTR, XYZ. Those are the stars today. So let's look at some of the top ones here. Zizo. This one had a huge bounce yesterday. And from all the way from the bottom here, the 21 day, I don't know if there's any news, but that's a huge jump, over 13%. Today we followed through on the breakout. That's how strong the stock is right now. I would pay attention to this, and maybe wait for a second, another entry point as it maybe pull back to the 10-day or something. But this is definitely worth watching, and this has been a strong leader as well. So I would say this is the strongest stock in the not only in the financial space but even in the overall market right now. It is ranked number 4 on my growth stock list. And that's yeah. So if I show you the growth stock list here, let me see. Scroll to the top. Number 5, okay, yeah, but that's below MXL, Penguin, LLab, and SNDK, which are coming down, those ones, right? So SEZL is actually the top stock at this moment if you don't consider those chips, right? And you can see the performance here. I just want to look at Penguin slightly quickly here, also pulling back. So this one did well here 2 days, but it has given all its gains already. So anyhow, so again, financial seems to be where money is flowing into right now. Other areas there's some, but not as much as financials. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye now. Please like and subscribe.